Hey, what's up, everybody? I see 0 people here, but that's all right. I did it very last minute. That's quite all right. Today, Neal and I are going to be talking about a new fragrance. Neal has been patiently, not so patiently, waiting to unbox the new Seraphim Musk from Zaharoff. He's gonna open that. Ooh. Teaser. Well, Rana's in here. Okay. Hey, Ranny. Thanks for joining. Tell your friends. So Neal is going to be doing that. What do you think, Neal? Should we give it a second? Wait for a few people to get in here?
Sure.
Okay. We'll give it a second. We'll wait for that notification to go out. And then I'm going to... Are you watching it? Are you the second viewer?
I'm the second viewer.
Well... I'm going to pour my Red Bull.
Cheers.
Ooh, a nice ambery color. It's all the caffeine.
Today, this show was sponsored by Red Bull. And...
What, Rana? Rana said, I want to try the Red Bull. That's funny. You're gonna miss it, Rana.
Amber, it looks purple in the screen on here next to the camera.
Oh, it is purple.
Oh, it is.
This actually does taste pretty good. You gotta mute that.
She's bleeding into the stream.
Yeah, this is actually really good.
Uh-oh.
You coming in to give your impressions with that shirt?
Why is it from me?
I don't know, because I just poured it. Can you leave me some? Because I actually want it.
He will actually.
All right, you got to talk into the mic. Hey.
He's like, nope, I'm out. Bye. Just wanted a taste.
Come here. Tell me what you're in the frame.
I'll tell you about what?
The Red Bull. How is it?
I mean, it just kind of tastes like candy.
It does kind of taste like candy.
I don't like it.
Skittles? Skittles candy?
Like a pina colada and a bag of Skittles. All right, roll call. Who's in here? We got Neal, Rana, and who else?
Reggie.
Yep, and the cat.
Oh, Reggie's in here too. Yeah, for sure.
Three people.
Well,
so someone else is watching. Who's the third person?
This is what happens when you start you create the stream like half an hour before you're starting it.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
you
we'll
have
do it
100 subscribers.
On a weekend, on the 4th of July weekend.
Who knows? I don't know. I feel like
It's disgusting here.
Yeah, it's rainy. It's rainy out right now.
No, it's just warm here and warm and muggy. So
yeah, it's Florida. Florida here.
It's just Florida.
That's nothing new to me.
Yeah.
It is pretty sweet.
What's the flavor of it?
Red Bull Zero.
Oh, it doesn't even have a flavor?
No.
I feel like I've drank Red Bull and they don't taste good.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's
normal Red Bulls taste terrible as far as I'm concerned.
I don't really drink all that many energy drinks now, or at least I'm trying not to.
Austin used to drink like 1 or 2 bags a day.
No, that was a long time ago.
We got Mikey in here.
Okay, we got Mikey Cole and 8212 in here. Noir de Noir is a beauty. I haven't actually sprayed it yet. That's what we're going to be doing here toward the end. I'm going to give my first impressions on that. I was waiting for a few more people to get in here, but I guess we'll see if we need to start it. It's kind of on me.
Scent of the day.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, it's kind of my fault. I started the stream like half an hour ago, or created it rather. Today I'm wearing Nishane EGE. I don't know how to say the other word. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but as far as I'm concerned, this is, in my opinion, Nishane's most underrated fresh fragrance. I haven't smelled the likes of Saffron Coligny's or Ambra Calabria. I haven't smelled those, but I would say out of like Oolong Cha and, excuse me, why is it escaping my mind right now? Hachivat X, all of those. I like this one the most. I do like Oolong Cha. That one actually is growing on me a lot, but this, I'll spray it on strip. This one, I like it because it's super fresh and like ozonic, like violet leaf, but it smells like watery, like cucumber water. Like you go to a fancy 4-star hotel and they have, you know, the cucumber and berry water in the lobby, and it's just crisp and refreshing. That's what I get out of this. I know that there's some mint in there, and there's I think there's anise in there as well, so it could give it this like licorice type of smell, but I don't really get that. It's just very fresh, green, airy, but it's different than most everything else that I've smelled. Like I haven't really smelled anything that smells like this, and I could definitely see this being popular with women as well. Like when Rana wears this, she smells awesome in it. This is the one that when I wore it the one day to work, shout out to Dee. She said I smelled like a millionaire, and she wanted it, and she bought it. She said, I want to wear that. I want to smell that. And so I hooked her up, sent her the link, and she loves it. So that's what I'm wearing today. Noir de Noir's Beauty. Ganymede, that's a great one.
It is good. Huh?
I will get a bottle of that sooner or later. I got to figure that out, though. But yes, that will be in my collection. Yeah, we're here trying to keep it consistent. It moves around day to day, but trying to do at least one a week. We'll see you on the playback, Christine. Hope you enjoy your day.
You never know when we might show up.
Yeah.
Just pop up out of nowhere. So my center of the day, see.
Look at all this hair I got right here.
Look at that, see. I usually plan my scents for the whole week. So, and this wasn't planned at all as far as me wearing this. I put this scent in its place because I thought I was going to get it earlier and wear it.
Yeah.
My scent of the day is Seraphim Blue. And as we see.
Wow. That's a big dent.
That
might be a bigger dent than Ross's bottle.
Maybe. Because, yes, I had planned on getting this and wearing this, putting it, like, in this place. But we wanted to do it, the opening here tonight. So, here we are.
I said you could open it. You said, let's wait.
Let's wait.
I waited a couple weeks. I can wait a little bit longer.
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't actually expecting it until later in the week anyway, so.
All right, well, how do you want to do this? Because I know that today has been kind of crazy for us. And, you know, that's part of what is in the title is how I got these 2 Tom Ford samples. And then also the purchase of the day. Do we want to talk about that? Or do we want to go into what wasn't talked about at all, but was the original intention of this live stream?
Let's talk about the crazy deal of the day.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the...
Sure. So, long story short, Rana and I are getting married next March. And Rana has always been looking for her wedding fragrance. And her signature right now, I'd call it, would be Madurai from House of Memo Paris, which is really nice, like jasmine and fruit and like turmeric. It's actually very complex, but a potent, fresh fragrance for women. Smells amazing. I love when she wears it. She was wanting something a bit more like green and herbal, but also citrusy. Like she loves the citrus notes. And she kind of liked Orencia de Capri, like the brightness of that from Aqua de Parma. Thank you. But it wasn't quite right. And I don't know. I think one day I just happened to be spraying my 10 ml of this fragrance right here, Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. And she smelled it and she said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's called Pacific Chill." And she's like, I want to wear. How did this go? You want to wear it, right? And I was like, okay, well, you could spray it, but it was like bad news, Rand. Like, that's more expensive than any bottle I've ever bought of any cologne, fragrance, whatever you want to call it. She said, well, how much is it? And I told her it's like $350. She said, oh, well, that sucks. And so I've been giving her my decant, and Randall's not above wearing a decant, but like I'm thinking about the flat lay pictures at weddings, right? Where it's like the getting ready, basically. You got the belt, the pants, the cologne or whatever, and like, I don't know, the dress and all this stuff, right? And so I was like, man, it would be nice if I could get her a bottle, but you know, they're so hard to come by. Well, today I snagged this. And check this out, right? It's a partial, it's a high partial, $150, which if you don't know Louis Vuitton fragrance pricing, that is like straight up robbery. Like, I'm sure that this would probably go for $100 more than I paid if I were just to list this, and I'm sure it would go quick. It probably could command even more money than that, honestly. So that was in the local group that I'm an admin on. Shout out to Florida Fragrance Exchange. And I saw it, and it was posted like 5 minutes ago, and it's still a small page, just like less. There's 200 people on there. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to find a better deal than that. And I messaged the guy, but I was instantly skeptical because I saw 150. I was like, come on, that's too good to be true, right? Anyway, the guys in the admin team tried to snipe me a little bit. They're like, bro, I'm going to give them $200, all this stuff. Shout out to Angel. Motherfucker. And anyway, I ended up meeting up with the guy because he literally lives like, I don't know, like half an hour away. And it smells right. Everything's good. Really cool guy, actually. Shout out to Brian. And he's got a fucking Creed tattoo on his forearm. He's got the House of Creed logo with Creed tattooed on his body. So he's been collecting for 30 years. Really cool dude. So shout out to him. I just sent him the link to my channel, so he might be watching this. Who knows? But that is the crazy find that I don't think you're ever going to find on the internet. Like, if that was on Fragrance Marketplace, it would have been gone in like a second.
Yeah.
And people would have been saying, I'm going to give you $100 more than that, or $70 more. Like, they would have done some crazy shit to mess up the sale. But it was a success.
Yeah, admin probably would have denied the post and just replied to him himself.
No kidding. So that was the find. And then he also threw in these two samples. They're 4 ml samples. Tom Ford Noir de Noir and Tom Ford Italian Cypress, which he had me pull the caps off of them when I was there, and they both smelled great, but I'm going to spray them on at some point during the stream. I don't know whether we want to do that now or what, but super excited to have these because these are both discontinued private blends, and I'm sure they're great. So we're still riding the high of that, because this was literally like 2 hours ago that it's 4:14 right now. 2 hours ago we were in the parking lot like, oh shit, I hope this goes okay, I hope everything's good with it. And it worked out.
Did you spray it before you
I did. Yes, I did spray it. So I brought the decant, I sprayed it on my hand, and I had it in my pocket just in case. And then he pulled the fragrance out. I took it out of the packaging. I sprayed it on my other hand, and I compared them a little bit. And it's correct. So
yeah,
we're happy.
Yep.
Kind of fucking crazy, actually. I told them like, I'm not even the biggest Louis Vuitton guy, but like, if you're trying to get rid of more, let me know, because at that pricing, then those fragrances start to make a lot more sense to me.
For sure.
I know I could shuffle around some stuff in my collection if he just happens to have Lovers or Lamensite or something like that pop up for a good price, you know? So yeah, that was really cool. That's by far the best deal I've ever gotten on a fragrance. And cool that it was local and I didn't have to have the skepticism and, you know, anxiety of like, oh my God, what is going to happen to this? Like, did I just get scammed? But anyway, I see Mikey's in here. It is, right? He's just decluttering. So I guess, so I talked to this guy, and I don't mean to talk about this for too long, but he said he's been collecting for 30 years. And he said he's got like 5,000 samples. Right at the moment, he like cut back on all his bottles. He's got like 120 bottles, but like at one point he had, I forget even what he said, probably like 500 bottles or something. So I think the guy just, especially since it was a local group, I don't think he's really trying to like make a profit on it. Like he didn't seem like he was really caring so much about getting all the money back. He's like, yeah, I just wanted to list them for steals for, you know, local people. But it did make me skeptical at first because it was like, that price is too good to be true. But everything matches up, the scent, the bottle, everything. So I'm stoked about it. I don't know what his point was of doing it that cheap. Like I feel like he could have probably marked it up more, but I'm not going to complain about it. That's for sure. Yeah.
And it's going to go. Yeah. It's going to get good use out of it, right? It's
absolutely. Rana said she's taking it as a gift from the universe. So a wedding gift from the universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. We're just fucking stoked about it. But yeah. Yeah, I might have a new best friend in Florida down here to buy fragrances off of.
There you go.
Or even get some samples off of, like we were just talking about, Neal.
Yep.
All right. Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to talk about Seraphim Musk?
Sure, we can go from Seraphim Musk. Why not? Here it is again in the package. We'll open it live.
Thanks for the kiss.
All right. I think we can say one of the better packagings so far.
The box is so cool.
Yeah, the box is pretty cool. So as far as I understand, there was some delay with the box in particular.
Really? That's what held it up?
That's what held it up, the boxes themselves.
That's stupid.
It happens.
Don't drop it.
Don't drop it. Okay. Not dropping it. The slow reveal.
Ooh, there it is. It's still got the plastic on the placard and everything.
Yep. All right. In there snug. For sure. As you can see. Uh-oh. Watch out. You could get another confused decant of...
I might get Coco Loco or Seraphim Blue or Seraphim Musk. Who knows?
Right.
Ooh.
There you go.
Here, I should full screen you for this.
Look at that. It's imprinted on there.
Let me figure out how to do this, actually.
Ew.
Uh-oh. Hold up.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, that's as good as we're gonna get. All right, here we go. I think it's because I'm not the host. That's why.
But I know there's a way for me to do it.
That's all right. All right. Let's get your Zaharoff logo up here in the corner. Always twist. Remember, twist the cap. Don't pull it. Twist it. Can't smell anything on there.
Okay.
No leakage, which is good. Let's check. Do on skin and on paper. Prime the atomizer. Couple sprays in the air. As far as the atomizers go for them, they're okay.
Nothing crazy about them, but they work well.
Yeah, they work well. They don't work terribly great upside down, like held at weird angles.
No.
But all right, in the air. I think I've smelt something similar to this in the air.
Okay.
Got a little peppery.
I have no idea what the notes are. Should I pull up the notes for this?
Oh, sure, why not? You can do that.
Let's do that.
This is kind of close to an amouage, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Woody, musky leather, warm, spicy, powdery. So that doesn't really match up to the picture that I see, but I could be wrong. Cardamom, pink pepper, bergamot, cyprol, freesia, lily of the valley, that's Mugain, labdanum, musk, leather, ebony wood, and vanilla. This sounds pretty heavy. This isn't a summer scent, is it?
It's actually supposed to be kind of a summer set.
You get a lot of spice in there, though. Spice,
yeah,
the tiniest little bit of citrus.
It's like a really fresh, kind of fresh, light amouage almost.
Let's see if you're alone in that. What is this? Blonde Amber by Clive Christian. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe ever so slightly, because Blonde Amber is very close. Is kind of close to Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. I wonder if somebody thought. The only thing I can think of is somebody's like pulling out the cardamom for this and like, but. I get the ebony wood now and the leather. It is good. I'm not doing backflips.
Are you gonna keep it?
I'll keep it. I'll give it at least. I'll give it at least like a few wears.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll go through the rest of the season, and into the fall. See how it lasts. See what it does. But it is kind of like. Oh, it kind of is getting a little on the paper. A little like. Animalic.
Really?
From the leather element.
Could be.
It is nice.
Is it what you thought it would be?
I actually didn't know what I was thinking it was going to be. I mean, the only thing I heard was like the comment of it being kind of smoky and off of skin. I mean, it's not really that. It's not smoky. I thought it was gonna be more, but it's not really much of any. Like, and smoky's not even something that's on there too.
No, it's not.
Yeah, as far as it. So I get the animalic is a little bit higher on mine. Well, my skin, but that again, it is the animalic is the leather accord. So
I wonder if it's possible for me to put like the fragrance name on the screen when we're talking about it.
Maybe. Well, I guess if you do something like if I was or you were to type Seraphim Musk and then enter. And then you pin my comment.
True.
That's one way of doing it. Cheat the system. But woody, I definitely get the main note is woody. The muskiness. See, I usually I associate musk kind of like Tigar.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same musk, obviously.
What I don't even know that I've heard of black musk. If I click into this, what uses black musk? Silver musk from Masmata? Okay.
Have you smelled that one?
I have not, but I want to.
I haven't smelled it either. At least I don't think I have.
That is one I wanted to try because you can get that for like $70.
Someone was saying, I saw some comments from the group, the Z Lounge group, that they said too many sprays of this can really
Blow your nose out.
blow your nose out. Yeah. And it can be really overpowering. I don't know how that would be, because it doesn't seem like it's something that
Does it seem like the florals and like greenness here is keeping it from doing that?
I guess like the I didn't definitely get into like a green cardamom.
Well, there's the cypress too, which is green.
Yeah.
And I guess the labdanum could be a little bit too, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also like resinous. Like labdanum is kind of resinous. Like
right.
The leather,
and the vanilla and the leather that could kind of
the ebony wood. I've had like the one other ebony wood fragrance that I've smelled that I really liked was Scent of Woods ebony.
Is that in that sample box? I saw there was some Scent of Wood stuff in there.
Not in that. I don't think it's in that one. No, but there are a couple of Scent of Wood.
The only one that I see so far that I've smelled from ebony wood would be Ebon Fume and Black Lacquer.
Oh, there it is. Ebony oak. Yep. That's where they get it. Now, this is actually a really damn good fragrance. Ebony and oak.
Is that?
Yeah.
People seem to like this so far. It's got 24 votes, 4.79.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like people put it as like literally anytime you want to wear it.
It is. It is like it's not too overpowering. So I definitely can see somebody wearing this any time of the year. It's nice. It is really nice. I think I would definitely wear this. I don't know if I would consider it a signature scent because I don't know if it for somebody, unless you want to be kind of not so standoutish.
You think it kind of blends in?
I think it does. I think it's
not very bold.
Yeah.
Do you think it is more signature scent worthy than something like Precious Treasure?
I think so. I think somebody could probably signature scent this more than Precious Treasure.
Yeah.
I think
assuming they can smell PT after a few minutes.
It's true. I think PT is like another thing that's very similar to Another 13, where other people might enjoy it more than the person wearing it.
Yeah.
Because the person wearing it goes nose blind to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, PT is interesting fragrance because I would spray it in my room a couple of times, go to sleep, and then wake up and smell it.
Yep.
The first thing in the morning, I'd be like, "Is that I smell PT?" Or like I'd leave the house, go and work a whole day, and then come back and then smell it when I came into my room. It'd be like,
it's crazy.
I mean, it's there. It does last. It's not like something that's 5 minutes in, it's gone, bro.
Uh-oh. I don't think I've ever smelled anything like that. Uh-oh. We're dropping.
We're dropping.
It's just you and Rana.
But we
just had 6.
It's been. Oh, we did. Oh.
We just had 6 a minute ago.
Maybe I didn't do backflips hard enough.
Maybe. You should have said this is the best thing ever.
Oh my god. Best thing ever.
Gave you goosebumps.
Gave me an erection.
Shout out to Andrew Hemmelgarn. Il Padrino. I didn't tell you this. So of that sample box you just sent, I was taking inventory really kind of what's in there. I didn't do inventory in the sense of putting it in a spreadsheet. Shout out to Saga and Sean.
Yep.
But when I went through, there's one that was kind of leaking, like it had evaporated mostly, ATH Red Fever, and there's like the tiniest little bit, and I noticed that it like came unthreaded, so I threaded it back on, and then I sprayed a few, and I kept getting this really good rose in the air, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was, and I was like, that wasn't this, what? And I finally clicked, and it was Red Fever, and I was like, hold on, this is actually really good, and I used to own that.
Yeah.
And I sold it basically instantly because I was like, oh, rose, gross.
Uh-oh.
And then I was like, all right, there's like a spray in the Red Fever thing. And I sprayed it on my hand. And I was like, oh, man, this is really good. And so I bought a 10 ml. It's over here. It just got delivered. Yeah, so I ended up with that one again. So... crazy.
Revisiting.
Yeah, it's and I bring that up because it's kind of crazy how our taste changes over time. I feel like Radical Rose maybe kind of opened my eyes to exploring more rose forward stuff of different varieties. Because Radical Rose is more dark and deep, sort of rich rose, like nighttime sort of thing. And I think Red Fever is more like daytime appropriate. But that thing is a powerhouse. I don't know how much you've sampled that one, but that is strong. Like I sprayed that on last night at like 6 o'clock, and I still smelled that super easily on my hand when I woke up this morning, and when we went to pickleball, and when I got back home from pickleball and I was about to get in the shower, I still smelled it on my hand. It was crazy. But I bring all that up though because we brought up the guy that gets aroused from fragrances in a very deep way. But fun stuff. It's kind of a bummer that not many people are here, but hopefully they catch the replay.
Yeah.
All right. Should I go to the Tom Ford?
Yeah, let's do that. Which one you go to first?
Let's do, I'm going to put this on and we'll do Italian Cypress. Cool. You type it in the chat for me?
Yep. There you go.
All right, we'll do a couple sprays on the hand. Ooh, that smells really good in the air. It kind of this is impressive. This kind of reminds me of the dry woodiness of like African leather.
Okay.
And it's got a little bit of that like sweetness in there too. But not as much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a little bit of something ambery sweet in this, like ever so slight. It's the right amount. This could definitely be someone's signature scent. I could tell you that like instantly. This is like serious man signature scent. Like you drive around, you have a Porsche 911, you got a few Rolexes, you know, you enjoy the finer things in life sort of thing. You got like some freaking Versace loafers or something. This is nice. Hey, Joel's in here.
Hey, Joel.
Joel! Bulgari. I'll read that when I get back.
Yes.
This is really, really good. All right, let's see what's in this. But yeah, it's kind of dry, woody, slightly aromatic, but there's something ambery sweet to it. And I think that this is actually really versatile where I think you could wear this pretty much any time.
Oh, look, Italian Cypress. I never thought it would have that in it.
That's cypress, woody notes, basil, citruses, and mint. So the note breakdown doesn't really reflect anything ambery, although I guess it could just be those woodsy notes in the cypress. It's obviously not the basil, mint, or citruses.
Yep.
This is really good. Have you smelled this one before, Neal?
I haven't. At least I don't think I have. I would have probably remembered it.
This is super nice.
What do people like?
Suitable for gentlemen, absolutely. What was your question?
What do people think it smells like?
Well, they give it a 4.27 out of 5, first of all, with over 1,200 votes. Let's see. They think it smells like Halston Z14. Wow, I've only heard that as like an old cheapie.
Which smells a little bit like Bracket Man, actually.
It's a really good fall scent.
Rana said she really likes it, and it's a very good fall fragrance. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't smelled this, although I've heard about it.
I actually have it. But I have the dabber version.
I feel like I didn't smell that Flores. It doesn't smell like polo green to me. I don't really get. It's been a while since I've smelled Apex, to be honest. It does smell like a classic men's fragrance, but this smells better, I think, to memory compared to the Roja. This must have been when like the Tom Ford private blend like was actually worth chasing down. Like the ingredients of this seem very, very good. It's super smooth. There's not like a sharp edge to it at all. Nothing off-putting. It just works.
What year was this?
I think it said 2008 or 9. Let's see. 2008. I think it smells maybe a little dated. Like I could see it being like an early to mid 2000s, like, pre-2010 thing, which it is. But I don't think it's dated to the point where like it comes off.
As being
Randa says it smells modern. I think it has a little bit to it, but I don't think it smells out of place.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely not like the profile that you would get out of a modern men's fragrance today. Absolutely not. I like this a lot. I think well, damn, I don't know what to do with it. I want to put it in a sample box, but I also want to keep it for my own selfish reasons. This is really good. Shit.
Well, it's a 4 ml. The box can come back to you.
That's true. This is really good. I like that. I'd probably give that like a 8.5 out of 10. Rana says it's giving slight Hobby Lobby vibes now, but I could see a little bit. It's like the dry woods, like the scented pine cone type stuff. I get it, but it doesn't give me that immediate tie, Well, yeah, probably Royal Tobacco. It smells like a Christmas tree to some people.
Yep.
Anyway, let's catch up with Joel real quick. Joel's wearing Bulgari Aqua Pour Homme. He just got a bunch of stuff. Gritty Arancia Ambrata Sospiro Nero Viola. Monday will be his first time wearing Seraphim Musk. We'll go back a few minutes and see what Neal thought of it, because he just sprayed it for the first time.
I swear it smells familiar.
What's up, Grim G? Good to see you in here. Yes, thank you. I always forget to do that. Well, I like the stream, please. About to be cologne hunting in the ghetto over here. What are you going to go get? Are you going to like a Ross or something? What are you doing? But anyway, yeah, to recap this one. Woody, dry woody, slightly sweet. I don't really get a lot of the aromatic notes in here, like the mint and the basil. It just kind of is a straightforward, dry, woody fragrance that has like a little bit of an homage to like a classic men's fragrance of yesteryear. But again, I don't think it feels very dated. I think you could see this being a early 2000s release, but I don't feel it is out of place when I say dated.
Have you smelled,
really, really good?
You've smelled Beau de Jour and
yes. It doesn't. Beau de Jour smells more sporty than this, if that makes sense. Like it's fresher and definitely more mint. This is really dry. I would say dry wood. out of anything, like a cedar, but I swear I get like some sort of like slight amber note.
Yeah.
But it's not something where you can tell that it's, you know, supposed to be a fall winter scent. Like this, I think is super appropriate for any time you want to wear it. Actually, let's see how people rank that. Yeah, so they're saying pretty much any time.
Maybe just
And
a little.
to Rana's point, it does work really well in the fall and the spring.
Yeah. It's a
But
transitional scent more than anything else.
Yeah.
But you can get away with it in like maybe a cooler summer day or.
Right. I feel like this probably isn't the full note breakdown because Woody Chypre implies that there's oak moss, right?
I mean, they could consider the cypress itself as being the element that they're talking about. Because it's got citrus, it's got like a basil, and it's got like a piney element and wood. So
maybe
you can get away with it.
Which yeah. All right, so I guess let's do the next one here.
Yeah.
Grimg says he's not looking for anything in particular. Got 4 on the way right now, but about to be in the ghetto, so might as well visit the ghetto. Oh.
The ghetto racks.
Rana just had a note that said, "Don't say GHETTO," but I just said it like 5 times. My bad. Yeah. Well, don't cancel me. Sorry.
You gonna get demonetized?
Yeah, because I'm completely monetized right now. So now we're going to be talking about this one here. Boom. All right, Noir de Noir, Tom Ford, discontinued private blend. I have Pacific Chill there. Let's spray it up here. Oh my God, Neal, this is good.
Is it?
Yeah. Fuck.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, this is actually really good. Shit. Wow. Earthy rose patchouli. You know, it kind of does remind me of Radical Rose. This feels more complex, though. This is like, it's got more of this like amberiness to it. It's got to be the vanilla that they have in here. But this reminds me of like a Serge Luton, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like if Ombre. Did you smell Ombre Sultan yet?
Not yet.
It's kind of like if that. It'll make more sense when you do smell it. It's kind of like if that had rose in it.
So what if I layered Ombre Sultan with Radical Rose?
Kind of, which that would smell amazing, by the way. Yeah, this is really good. It also kind of reminds me of Chanel Coromandel.
Okay.
Like it's got kind of the background of that, but with like an ambery, resinous sort of rose thing added to it. It's got to be the combo of this patchouli and like whatever vanilla that they're using. It's really good.
Coromandel on my skin was very powdery at first.
It has a little of that, but it's definitely not as much as that. It's just kind of the clean woodiness, I guess, is more so what I meant with that. So we got another one, 2007, which I'm pretty sure was the year that the Tom Ford Private Blend launched, by the way. We have
Perfumer.
Do the thing. Yeah, Harry Fremont, Jacques Cavalier, Olivier Cresp, which I've heard 2 of the notes or 2 of the noses there.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't have the normal breakdown thing. So top note, saffron, black rose, truffle, and floral notes. Base notes of patchouli, vanilla, oud, and oak moss.
Agarwood, huh? Yeah.
This is really good. People are going to compare this to Radical Rose, I have a feeling. And I haven't smelled the X-ray version of that, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be compared more to that one. Which, obviously it's the other way because those came out way after this. But look at the ratings on this. 4.32 with 8,000 votes.
Yeah.
This is I would rank it higher than that. This is really good. Dangerously good, I might add. Luxurious and sensual, yes. Beautiful, good on a formal, yes. Occasion, absolutely. These both feel strong too, which I normally don't get out of Tom Ford fragrances. Like they have you can't tell, but there's maybe you can. There's an oil sheen there. Italian Cypress smells great. This smells just as good, if not better. They're different though. Shit. They're really good.
Now you got tracked. You got to track.
Oh, well, there it is.
What's it called? Track down yourself some plum japonais, and
I haven't smelled that one. I've smelled clones of that. Actually, not having a straight up clone because it was like the tri-bread thing with Dua. So I kind of vaguely know what it smells like, but yeah, that's going to be super expensive to get my hands on. There's no way they're comparing it to a Club de Nuit, right?
Maybe because that is a clone of this.
I mean, it's got to be, right? But yeah, it is. That's crazy. I'm not buying an Armoff version of this.
Yeah,
There's
buy
Bodicea. That's another clone house.
Yeah, but just buy that one.
This is probably more than the Tom Ford.
Oh, probably.
Atelier Cologne. I've never tried anything from that brand. Cafe Tuberose.
So it's got a coffee note.
There's a memo on here. I don't know that I've smelled this one.
I don't think so either. I don't think I've smelled it either.
Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it's going to be that close to it, though. I don't know. I'm really surprised that no one has put Radical Rose on here.
It's like half there. Where is it? I saw it in the corner.
I don't see it. I don't see Radical Rose. Are you talking about Noir de Noir Extreme or whatever?
Yeah, because it was like half. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I wasn't talking about Radical Rose.
Oh, no, it's not me yet.
Yeah.
Something else. Onyx? Ooh, I sold that, and I didn't care for that one at the time.
Which, go back down. Is that the Kajar? What is that?
No, this is Maria. Rose Patchouli. Yeah, this is really good. Shit. This is a 9. First impression, this is a 9. This is that good. Who with room to grow, might I add. That is really good. Like, Rana might even like that, and she does not like Rose.
Nope.
I think I just heard her get up, by the way. Apparently, GHETTO is tame. I'll err on the side of caution, but I believe you. All right, Rana. Smell below the watch.
It smells like really cheap chocolate.
Come closer.
I don't want to.
Talk about Hershey's? What's going on here?
I don't smell anything.
Oh, she go nose blind instantly?
She says, I don't smell anything. Really? You want me to spray it again?
No, can you spray it on?
I'll spray it on a strip. Just don't sniff it so hard. You might go nose blind to it.
It smells like Pinnacle. Like Halloween pinnacle.
I think you're just getting the alcohol. I don't really think it smells like that.
One.
All right, Randa, I don't know if anyone heard it. Randa does not like it. She said it smells like Pinnacle, which is what, like a cheap rum or whatever? Cheap vodka. I disagree.
Either that or it just smells like
The
the $1.50 candy.
$1.50 candy chocolate.
That you buy 3 days after Valentine's Day.
Oh, so this is discounted Valentine's Day chocolate that was already cheap. And this is why scent is so polarizing, my friend.
That's right. That's right.
And so subjective. Because to me, this is like this is almost a 10. Like, this is really fucking good to me. Yeah, I really like this, Trana. Guess I'm not wearing it to the wedding.
Oh. What's her feeling on Radical Road?
She doesn't like it either.
Yeah.
Mikey Cole says, I get a lot of chocolate in Noir. The Noir is kind of like high-end Turkish Delight. High-end Turkish Delight, $1.50 discounted chocolate after Valentine's Day, you know. I don't get... I mean, obviously the chocolatiness could be attributed to the patchouli.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the patchouli. What does Mocha think?
I kind of get it. What do you think, Mocha? She started licking her lips.
Hey, she likes it. You know, dogs do love chocolate, even though it's not good for them. Nope. Pressure on the camera.
Smell it. All right. No one called PETA on me. She liked it at first, then she didn't like it.
Yeah.
I really like that. Fuck.
Well,
yeah, that
does
is
he have
very
a bottle
good.
of it?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if he's got a bottle of it for the same relative pricing as what he sold Pacific Joe,
yeah,
who knows?
Who knows? Right.
Shit. We got the scent bubble on here. Thanks for joining. Good to see you in here. How do y'all feel about Club de Nuit Intense Men for men sizes up to this? Oh wait, for women, I've never smelled it.
Me neither.
So I can't comment. But I did see what was that? This one? That's the one that we just saw, right? That people said it smelled like. Yep.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's well. One second. Why is it not showing? Well, that's annoying. There we go. Yeah, this is Club de Nuit Intense for women. Never smelled it. He says it's supposed to be 9.5, 10 closeness to Noir de Noir, which, I mean, I could see because like what it's got
a lot of votes that it smells like
4.12 out of 5 with 3,000 votes.
But also,
and then also the upvotes on this was 1,274 to 227, saying that yeah, it smells like it. I mean, if it does, power to you. I don't know. I wouldn't buy the arm off, I don't think. I also haven't looked up how much Noir de Noir is. I don't really think I want to. Because I'm probably going to be very sad if I see how much it is. It's probably like $500 or $600 or something stupid.
I think that's lowballing it.
Yeah. Do I get the truffle note? Not really. Go to the right, no breakdown. Let's see how Fragrantica says truffles smell, because I mean, obviously I've had like truffle in food, but maybe actually there is a little bit of that
kind of earthy.
There's something kind of sticking through with the patchouli, like the rose is kind of dialed back. It's still there, but it's not as rose forward anymore. And there's definitely that patchouli but there's something else there. So I guess that could be the truffle, to be honest with you. But I can't say that I've smelled enough fragrances with truffle or truffle by itself to know that it's exactly that. But that would be my best guess. Holy Grail patchouli dominant frags. One moment, please.
I got one right here.
I got two. Good call. Yeah. So Neal's got. Let me pull this down. Yeah, that's the original Mugler Amen, right?
Yep.
I got two for you. Some patchouli suggestions from me. Pardon? Oh, I gotta wear this again soon.
But Pardon is also like a boozy scent too, right?
No, it's Better Onda. That's like the whiskey one. No, this is like, it doesn't smell like oud wood, but like in the same sense of like oud wood is kind of like a modern, clean, woody smelling thing that's a little bit different. This is also like that, but it doesn't smell anything like that. This is patchouli forward to me. People say that they get chocolatey patchouli vibes out of this.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this one. And it's one of those where you don't have to spray a whole lot and it still has good presence around you, although it doesn't
I'll get to smell it sooner or later.
Yeah. You have what, ml or so of this bottle? Yeah. And the other one, he said, I just got Pardon. Yeah, you should definitely smell that. Let me know what you think. Yeah, you should do that. The other one is what we were just talking about. Radical Rose is the one that I own. That. Did you smell that one yet?
Yeah, that one I smelled less during that one. And I definitely get the patchouli.
This one is also pretty heavy patchouli, but I would say of the two, actually, I don't know. I think rose patchouli just goes really well together, but this one doesn't have any rose type of thing in there. This is from Matier Premier. You can see at the bottom there. It kind of smells like Portrait of a Lady, but like more patchouli and stuff in there. And it kind of reminds me of this Noir de Noir as well. But it actually is drying down to be quite different. I still really like both. There would be... They don't smell so much alike that they're one-to-one, but there definitely would be some redundancy there if I had both. And since I already own this one, I'll probably just stick to this. But Noir de Noir smells great. Like, this is easy 9 or above with some time spent with it. It just smells fantastic. But as far as patchouli recommendations, yeah, I would say Pardon and Radical Rose. Out of what I have right now, anyway. I don't know that there's many other heavy patchouli fragrances that I've smelled.
People are saying Disco has a heavy patchouli smell. I guess you could say that.
So Matier Premier does vanilla powder, but Maison Crivelli does oud maracuja. Patchouli?
And I can kind of see it a little bit, but it's not.
Let's see. Can I use Fragrantica like this? People say Carlisle. Portrait of a Lady. Which is what I was talking about from Frederick Mall.
Yeah, I just realized this. This one right here I have.
Also Tuxedo. I forgot about that one.
Yep, for sure, Tuxedo.
Tuxedo is definitely a good one to try.
This one here from History de Parfum.
Yeah? Which one is that? Noir de Noir, it's up there. Anyway, yeah. That would be my recommendations. What's that one like, though, Neal?
This one's kind of like it starts off with the grapefruit, kind of sweet, but it's also kind of a little bit soury.
Which one is that? What's the year or whatever?
So out RECUIDANT.
Oh, got it. Ultra Quidon. Ultra.
Ultra. Yes, them.
Okay, found it.
Chili's kind of a little bit lower on there, but from the dry down, because when you smell the atomizer, you're mostly getting dry, more of the dry down.
It seems like it would smell good.
Yeah, this is really good. By the way, like the opening, you do get that pineapple and grapefruit.
Chanel Anateus. I've never smelled that. I have smelled this one though. Don't really remember it all that much though. It's been a while.
I smelled it too, but yeah, same thing.
Anyway,
quite good. If you can get these ones here, I got from Fragrance By when they were having one of their sales for this was like $20. So 15 ml.
That's not bad at all.
No.
I'll put your nose to Diptyque's Tempo or Javoy Psychedelic. I may have smelled Tempo. I have not smelled any Javoy.
Hold on. Wait, I have one right here. Somewhere down here. Oh, Tempo top, Tempo lower.
Mikey says, get a very luxurious patchouli from Coromandel. I have my sample right here.
Coromandel, I really like the dry down. That opening, though, you have to get past that opening.
The opening's got like a little bit of like that designery oud sort of smell to it.
For me,
like,
it was just
like a little funkiness to it.
For me, it was just so powdery.
It is very powdery.
I was just like, oh, this is too much powder.
You would not like Soul of My Soul then, which I don't either.
Past the powder, like once it dries down, gets out of the powderiness, it's very nice. But you have to survive if you don't like that powderiness.
I need to wear this one again. I've only done like test sprays to it. I barely use this. Joel's got to get out of here. Thanks for being here, Joel. Appreciate you being here. Sorry for the last minute stream, but happy you were able to spend some time in here.
Yeah.
Take care and smell good.
Hey, that could be your tagline.
I'm going to steal it right from Joel.
There you go.
Coromandel. Yeah, it smells good. I like both of the Tom Fords more than that. And Italian Cypress is really good. Noir de Noir is very good too. Yeah, I'm happy. Shit.
Good deal. Like you got two samples that probably, like we were saying, probably cost $50 if you were to buy them by themselves.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Coromandel and Lyon from Chanel are hard to beat compared to other offerings from the house. I like Tobacco and sorry. I just pulled out a Dior. We're talking about Chanel. I don't really actually know a whole lot of the Chanel private line.
I agree.
I would like to
with Lyon and Coromandel, like being the two ones that really kind of like stand out of the Chanel private line. Like if you can find a Chanel,
I don't think there's any places close to me that have that. But sorry, what were you saying about Chanel?
Well, I was saying if you can find a place that has it, definitely check those two out. Like they're kind of weirdly. We don't want to spray things unless you're really interested type of people at Chanel. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. You got 100 mLs, these giant bottles.
Well, that's only like 100 sprays, right?
Yeah, that's right. Only 100 sprays. Hey, look, I found psychedelic.
He's putting his nose to it.
Yep, there you go. From the atomizer, I get a bit of funky animalic.
Really?
From the atomizer with the patchouli in the background. My favorite, like I said, is definitely the original.
Amen.
Amen.
Angel.
Yep, Angel for Men.
Mikey asks, you guys like Dior Homme EDT talking about powder? What do you think?
Dior Homme EDT.
That must be the original Dior Homme, and I don't know that I've smelled that.
You mean?
I've definitely smelled, Dior Homme Intense, Parfum. I've smelled Sport. I've smelled Dior Homme 2020, but I don't think I've smelled the EDT. Right on cue.
This one?
Do you get powder from it?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but not. It's not overwhelmingly powdery. I get more of the note that everybody talks about. Iris. Yeah, the iris. I don't know why I blanked there for a second. But yeah, I get the iris. This is like really kind of like a fresher version of what Prada L'Homme Intense is like I can see wearing this in more seasons and more occasions than Prada L'Homme Intense, but I think I just like Prada L'Homme Intense is better as long as you don't go heavy on the trigger. I've
never smelled that one. I have the original Prada L'Homme. Actually, I don't like it. Hot take. But I've heard that ATH Homme apparently smells like Prada L'Homme Intense. And I really like that.
I actually do have a tiny, I have an empty bottle of that right here.
Of Homme?
Yeah.
Like
enough to open it up and smell it, and that's it.
Scent Bubble says, you want to talk about a huge opponent to Dior Homme. Try Javoy's Ombre Premier. Such a sexier, more signature nuance to Dior Homme Intense early batch.
Sure.
Never smelled it. What, do you have a decant right in front of
you? Sure, it's right here. No, actually, I don't have that. I only have 2 Javoys. The one I just said, the psychedelic, and diplomatic. Right. Yep. Incident Diplomatique, which is the other one. Oh my god. I got a decent amount of this.
Wow, you do. Apparently this isn't working all that well because I'm yawning.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah. Have you tried the Silver Stem from 2005?
That I have not. That's like a extremely rare find.
That'd be like me finding like a 2010 Aventus, right?
Probably, yeah.
Take the Dior DNA and replace iris with amber and notch down the powder a little bit. Ramped up spices too. It sounds good.
Okay. Have to try it out.
All right. Well, we could be done here, or if you want to go a little bit longer, we could talk about our backstory and how we got into this hobby, but up to you.
I guess we could talk about the backstory stuff. I got a little bit of time I can do.
What do you guys think? Mikey, Scent Bubble, do you want to hear that? You want to hear how we got into this? It's kind of a funny, stupid story, but up to you. If not, we'll save it for another live stream. And don't be afraid to say no. You're not going to hurt my feelings too bad.
Exactly. We can always do this when we have Saga and them.
True. Which I haven't seen them. Hopefully they're doing good. Scent Bubble says, bring it on. Okay. Well, I'm going to need a prop real quick, so give me 1 second.
I already got my props. MD, what's their scent or fragrance that got them into it, you can post that in the chat.
All right, I'm back. So, you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I guess I'll go first then.
All right, go ahead.
You got a crazier story than I
I
do.
do. I do have a crazy story.
Mine's kind of like I just happened upon this. So for me, like I was gifted fragrances when I was like a young man, being not even young man, young teenager basically. I got Stetson, right, as a gift.
Hell yeah.
And like I was not interested in it at all. But it wasn't until like I got out of high school and I was getting ready to go to college, and I had worked one summer as an electrician's like helper assistant. So I had made a decent amount of money over the summer. Some electricians' actual apprentices were very upset about how much money I was making over the summer because I was making more than they were.
Yep, that'll happen.
But at the end of the summer, I had a lot of money. I was going to college the fall. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get some new clothes, change up my look, and do the whole thing. And I went to Banana Republic, and I got myself a nice pair of pants. Got myself a couple of shirts. I got 2 shirts, I think it was. And I also got myself a leather jacket.
Damn.
It was on sale. It was amazing deal. I got a leather jacket from Banana Republic for $199. And it real leather, real nice. I still have that jacket. It's in the closet.
That's fine.
It's still in good condition. And then it was like my friend that I was going around with, he was like, "Hey man, now you gotta get a scent to go along with this. So let's go down the street." We went to Macy's, and we were walking in Macy's, and I got the first woman that came up to me and was like, "Hey, like, you want to try something?" And I'm like, "All right, sure." And lo and behold, it was this. It was Amen. And I tried it, and I was like, I don't think I've ever smelled anything like this at the time. Yeah. And it was like, it is kind of very unique outside of people who smelled Angel for women. Like the DNA itself was unique at the time. And I fell in love with it, and I got the bottle right then and there. So I paid retail. My first retail purchase was...
Is it that bottle right there?
Not this bottle. This is the second bottle I ever had of it. And yeah, I was like, I sat on and only wore this fragrance for like more than 10 years, like 15 years.
That's crazy.
This was my only fragrance pretty much for 15 years until a couple of years ago when I just tried. I was like, you know what? I was running low on this, and I knew the new ones didn't smell just like this. So I was like, I'm going to try some new things. And I ordered up $80 worth of samples from Micro Perfumes.
Okay.
And I just started going through them, trying them out, seeing which ones I liked, which ones I didn't like.
What'd you get? Like Versace Dylan Blue, Versace Pour Homme?
I got Aventus. I got.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wasn't playing around. I was like, before I did the buy, I looked online. I saw what people were saying, and I started watching. This is when I started to watch content, and I just made a list of the things that people were all suggesting, and then I just went and got that list pretty much. And of the things that I liked the most, I liked Sauvage Elixir.
Leighton.
Yeah. Leighton. YSLY Loam. Not Y. YSLY Loam. La Nuit Loam.
Oh, okay.
And a couple of others here and there that I did like. I liked, but I didn't think I wanted to get them. Like it was I guess so. I can see myself. I gravitated more towards the niche,
right?
liking the niche fragrances than liking like the basic bro fragrances, as somebody would say.
Right.
So first one I got actually was La Nuit de l'Homme, because I really like the cardamom, that note.
I do like that one a lot too.
I got that I got it relatively cheap from Sephora at the time, and I've worn a decent amount of that.
Yeah.
So wore that for a while, and then I got hunting for Leighton. I didn't get Leighton until like maybe almost a year later, because I joined the groups and I just sat there and hunted to get a good price for it. So that's pretty much where I got into like the whole collecting thing, was when I got back into it and got all the decants and stuff like that. That kind of started the whole process.
Mine is slightly similar. So taking it all the way back for a second, my dad has like bad asthma growing up, right? He's still, I don't know, I think it's gotten better now, but anyway, smelly things were not allowed in our house, right? We're talking air fresheners, candles, deodorant spray, that sort of thing. He'd be like, you're choking me out. So I was never really allowed to do anything with that, even though I generally liked smelling stuff. I didn't own any colognes or anything until actually I was literally out of high school. And even like partly through college, which is crazy now because of how big of a part of my life it is. Damn, we've lost everybody. Come back.
Come back. Hear my story.
Yeah, you want to hear my story? Come on.
Yeah. Tell me.
The story goes, my brother Justin had Mont Blanc Legend in high school, which, if you're not familiar with that one, the original EDT smells a lot like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. And with that one, he would wear it when he was going out or on dates or something, right? And he would hide the bottle because he knew that I liked it, and I would like spray it when he was gone. He didn't like that, so he hid it somewhere. And then eventually I would steal a few sprays. It says we're at 0 viewers.
Yeah, it says 1 for me. See?
We have 0 viewers. Scent Bubble, you're here, right? Mikey Cole, you're here, right? So anyway, I would steal some sprays of it, and he would get mad because he would know, right? He's not silly. And eventually I started getting some cologne, but the reason why I ended up with this bottle of Mont Blanc Legend is in college, Rana was she was in a business fraternity, like a co-ed type thing, right? And she was the event planner for the semester, and she had this, I don't know, bar event thing with all the people in the community, right? And because she was the event planner, we were the first ones there. We're at this bar and we're getting there, and I got my dress shirt on, dress clothes, right? Because it was like a formal-ish type thing. And I get there and we're ordering drinks, and I'm at the bar, and I was like, what the fuck? Something stinks bad in here. Bad. And I was like, what is going on? And I paranoia set in, and I kind of did and I was like, oh, that's weird. It's not me. And then I caught down here on my forearm, and I was like, oh my God, there's something on me. And some context here. You know how Reggie was just in here, right? We had just gotten Reggie at that time, and he was not fixed. And so Reggie was spraying, whatever you want to call it, inappropriate spraying, whatever. He's pissing on our clothes. And I didn't notice until I had the thing on and it was hot in the bar. I started to heat up, and then it just was like funky cat piss smell. And it was me. and it was stuck on me. And I'm like, oh my God, this event that we have to be at hasn't even started yet. And I reek. And so I was like, Rana, I have to go. And I went to Walmart, which was like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes away. And I bought a new dress shirt and I bought whatever I could see that I knew, which was Mont Blanc Legend. So I got this and I sprayed it all over me. I don't know. And I went back and it ended up being all over me. It was on my pants. It was on my underwear. Like it was bad, really bad. But that's how I ended up with this bottle, which is crazy. And it ended up okay. But yeah, I like threw a bunch of my clothes away that night because I was like, this is crazy. It was like 9:00 at night or something. And, we're out until midnight or after. So it's like, I have to do something. So that's how I got this bottle. But actually getting into the hobby was, I accidentally discovered decants, but, a few weeks ago, there was a mutual friend of Justin's, my brother, Eric, who was in here that, I had him on Facebook. And he had posted on his Facebook story a bottle of Zaharoff Naxos. And I had no idea what the hell that was at the time. He's like, bottle secured or something like that. And it was like, what is that? Is that like cologne or aftershave or something? Like, I didn't really know. And so I looked it up and I was like, damn, that looks fancy. And then I was like, I'm kind of bored of the cologne that I have. Like, I don't really do anything with it. So I looked up like men's cologne or whatever. And then I found a sample set of like, it was from Alpha M. He has like his own grooming brand or something. It's like a pretty famous like men's grooming YouTuber or whatever. The guy's kind of weird, but he had his own line and they ended up they were dupes of Aventus, of Tom Ford's Effing Fabulous, of Green Irish Tweed, of Aqua de Joe, so on and so forth. And I didn't know what they were, but I saw a sample set for, I don't know, $30 or something, which is probably too much for what I got. But I ordered it and I smelled them and I was like, these are really good. And these are very different from what I have. And so like I almost got them, but then I did kind of a similar thing where I went on YouTube and I started trying to learn about them. And I figured out that they were not originals, they were clones. And then I started researching, heard about Aventus, I heard about Green Irish Tweed, I heard about Leighton, all the Parfums de Marley's, right? All the hype stuff. And then I've learned about decants through one of those videos. And I was like, I never knew that there was fragrance sampling like that. So I ordered, I don't know, I probably ordered like $100 worth of decants. And then I started doing like TikTok first impressions on them actually. And, the rest is history, but that's how I got into it. Because my cat freaking peed on my clothes and made me stink at a bar. And it was out of pure necessity. It was animalic musk in the worst way.
The worst way, yeah.
Yeah.
Just think, if he never peed on your clothes, you might not be here at all.
I know. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Or I might just be wearing cologne as like a special occasion or trying to make a good first impression on someone kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is boring. But yeah, I still like the smell of this. It makes me think of my brother. It's nice. But yeah, I don't really find myself wearing it too often. But that's the story. I'm sticking to it.
Story's not changing.
But I guess yeah, shout outs to Piss. Scent Bubble, you joined in a little bit later, I think. So you may have missed this before we get out of here. The reason I was even able to do these Tom Fords today is I scooped this up for $150. Isn't that that's crazy?
Wait for his jaw to be picked up off the floor.
Right. Yeah, Pacific Chill, really, really high partial for $150. And that guy gave me the samples of the Tom Fords. So that's why this stream is even the way that it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still kind of riding the high of this. This is sweet. And actually, I do like it more now. Like, I don't know. I think maybe my decant may be going a little bit off.
Could be.
Because this is way more vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Like they smell the same. Like I'm not trying to say that they're like this. There's a difference because then that would be sus, right? But this is more vibrant, and a little bit more effervescent, which I like. And this one feels a little bit more fruity and not as much, but super good deal. I'm excited about it, and I think it's a retail bottle too, which I'm not. I'd have to look it up of like if they need to look up a past receipt or whatever when you bought it to refill it, but. I think if it's a retail bottle, you can get it refilled for I think it's like 200 and something bucks instead of 350. So we'll see how much Rana wears it, but Pacific Chill for 150 is kind of crazy. Listen, I don't know. I literally bought it less than 3 hours ago. So we're happy about it.
He basically robbed the guy.
Yeah. This guy had a Creed tattoo on his forearm too. So he's been collecting for 30 years and wanted to give someone a good deal on it. So not going to complain, but all right. Well, we're coming up on our 90-minute mark here.
Yeah.
So we could get out of here. Anything else you want to talk about? Any closing thoughts about Seraphim Musk and how it's developing?
I think I need to get a full wearing out of it. Mm-hmm. I kind of like how it smells right now. It does smell familiar. Like I can't pinpoint what I've smelled.
Did we look to see if people have compared it to other stuff?
I guess we did.
Let's do that real quick.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we did. Blonde amber, they said.
But it doesn't smell like blonde amber. Because I've smelled blonde amber before. And I do have that decant here that we're gonna get to smell again sometime. But of this list, was that Galloway?
Yeah, there's Galloway on there, some Lattafa. I'm not familiar. That's not no, it is Lattafa.
Yeah. No.
An Electimus, Patchouli of the Underworld, 100 Silent Ways X. Never smelled it.
Maybe.
The notes don't look like it at all.
Besides the leather and the leather vanilla. Well, no, Muscone didn't only has the leather, right?
This kind of looks like the note breakdown to Rana's signature scent. I don't know. Maybe it's unique. I don't because I'm seeing stuff all over the place. Musk, I'm seeing a 1 million.
They're like picking out like an element of it.
Right.
Right? That's what they're doing. Because it is so new. It actually, it's technically not even out, is it?
Is it now? Pre-sale price is gone. But all right. Bubble says, well, hey, nice pickup, brother. Let me join up next episode. I'd be down to do a stream with you. We have some stuff planned with a couple fellow content creators, Saga and Sean, I think for the next video. And then we got to finish up the decant swap with Kaylin. But beyond that, I mean, I'm very open to having people that are interactive in the chat and other supporters and content creators being in just to kind of talk about whatever. We could come up with a topic to go off of. I'm losing my voice, I can tell. But anyway, yeah, I'd be down to do that in the future. The next couple ones we have planned out already, but if you want to hit me up, we could connect and try and plan something. He'll bring the cat piss.
Excellent.
Thanks, Mikey. I appreciate that. Take care. You as well. Have a great weekend. Rihanna says, anyone can bring the pee as long as it isn't our cat. Amen. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Anyone catching the replay, anyone still in here, drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Cyberbully Neal into making his YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
Later, guys.
Bye.